Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks, and today we're going to learn what to do with an extra card. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. That's right, an extra card. That means you have to go to another deck of cards and find an identical card with the same exact back. Sometimes, if you get a trick deck, they'll include an extra card for you. But I want to show you how powerful an extra card can be. All right? So you got your two identical cards. You're going to place one on top of the deck. And you're going to place the other card backside out in your front pocket, just like that. And you are ready to begin. Tell the spectator that you want them to cut the deck into 4 even piles. All right, so they're just going to go like this, and like this, or any which way. But what you are doing is you are tracking the top of the deck. Where did the top of the deck go? Well, in my case, it's still right here, right? I followed the top of the deck as the spectator was cutting it. What if they cut it a different way? What if they held it in their hands? They could do a pile here, a pile here, a pile here, and a pile here. And I would still know that this is the top of the deck, right? So I'm just watching. I'm just watching that top card. I'm not watching anything else. I hand them the deck and tell them to make 4 piles. So let's say they make 4 piles like this. Now, we're going to do something called Magician's Choice, okay? Sometimes it's called equivoque. And you're going to help the spectator select the pile that you want them to select. So the first thing you'll say is point to 2 piles. Now, they can point to any 2 piles. If they point to your force pile and another pile, then say, okay, we will keep those, and then remove the other 2. If they point to 2 piles that aren't the force pile, then say, okay, we'll remove those. So now you've eliminated 2 piles and your force pile is still in play. So I say, point to any 2 piles, they point here. I say, okay, we'll keep those. That's your choice, and we'll eliminate the other 2 piles. All right? So now we have 2 piles left. Now you simply say, hand me a pile. If they hand you this pile, you're all set, right? You say, okay, that's the one we use. If they hand you this pile, say, okay, we'll get rid of that one too. So again, you're down to your 1 force pile. Say, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look at that top card. They look at the 9 of clubs, right? Or whatever your force card is. Then tell them to take that card and shuffle it into the deck, losing it. They do. You say, okay, do me a favor. Shuffle all of it together. So they shuffle all of it together. And then you say, would you be surprised if your card was now on top? They say, yeah, that'd be pretty incredible. Say, I think you did it. I think you turned your card right to the top. They turn the card and it's not, right? Now, if it is, then you just stop right there. Stop right there, and that's the greatest trick ever, all right? But 1 out of 52, they probably will not. You say, actually, maybe I think it's this one. Do me a favor and turn this card. Still not right. Say, you know what? It wasn't the top. It was the bottom. That's right. It was the bottom. You shuffled your card to the bottom. So that is your card. And they say, no. Say, it wasn't the 5 of diamonds. And it wasn't the Jack of clubs. And it wasn't the 8 of diamonds. I'm confused. What was your card? And then they'll say the 9 of clubs. And then I want you to repeat it and say the 9 of clubs, like you're suspicious. What, the 9 of clubs, really? They say, yeah. You say, no, that's impossible, because I don't put the 9 of clubs ever in my deck because it's my lucky card. And as long as it's in my pocket, I'm able to do my magic tricks. So you see, The 9 of clubs has been in my pocket this entire time. And that's the trick. That is the whole trick. Now, someone out there is going to say, well, what happens if when they turn the top card, it is the 9 of clubs? Hey, if they turn the top card and it's the 9 of clubs, then you just did the most killer trick. Stop. Don't do anything else. Don't do anything else, right? If they turn the second card and it's the 9 of clubs, again, just play it off. Just stop right there. If they turn it over and it's the 9 of clubs, again, stop right there. It's fine. It's not going to be as powerful. It's not going to be as impactful, but it's funny. Okay? It's fun. And your tricks can be funny. Your tricks can have a little bit of humor to it. That's fine. But more often than not, the selected card won't be any one of those three. And as long as they don't go like this and try to find it, which you're not going to let them do, right? That card's going to be lost somewhere in the deck. But when they see it come out of your pocket, boom, that's a pretty incredible trick. Now, you could do it that way, like I said, make it your lucky card. The other route you could do is you could say you're scared of that card. That all kinds of weird things happen whenever that card is in the deck. So I always remove it from the deck in advance because just weird things take place when that card is in the deck. But that is a really easy card to pocket and a really easy card trick that you can do just by having a duplicate. Now, if your deck didn't come with a duplicate, again, if you're dealing with like red Riderbacks, you got a deck of red Riderbacks lying around, just go find another deck of red Riderbacks and then pull the same card out of both, right? Just pull the same card out of both, and then you'll have your 2 force cards. Hey, that's my trick for you today. Hope you guys like it, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, have you ever purchased a magic trick that they said was easy or for beginners, and when you opened it up, it was just a bunch of parts and some typed out instructions? Like, how are you supposed to figure out how to do a trick with instructions that are this small and there's just no detail, right? No video, no pictures. You're so disappointed. You wanted to learn how to do this trick. You thought it'd be fun. And then when you got it in the mail, you were sorely disappointed. I want to help you. This channel wants to help you. I have a whole playlist of instructional videos that'll walk you through my personal handling on these tricks plus many more. Now, obviously, you need to own the tricks, right? You need to own the tricks in order to perform them. You won't be able to do any of these tricks unless you actually own them. But another great way to use this channel is as a way to look at tricks that are available on the market and to decide whether those tricks are going to work for you. I purchase all of my tricks from penguinmagic.com. And so if you'd like access to that playlist, if you would like to see kind of behind the scenes and get my personal handling for these tricks plus many more, you can hit the join button down below and subscribe to this channel for only 99 cents a month. And as long as you're a subscriber, you'll have access to those videos plus any new ones I continue to make. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.